AT&T was down 9/16, finishing at 44 1/8. Amarada Hess was off 15/16 to close at 55 13/16. Then U.S. West gained 3/16.
Fieldhouse, the first game of the day, Trenton taking on Burke Central. Now with the pregame show and coach's comments, here is News Radio Sports Director Dwayne Leslie.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Phil Jackson Fieldhouse. This is Dwayne Leslie on hand as District 16 basketball continues here from the Phil Jackson Fieldhouse this afternoon. The first game features the Trenton Tigers versus the Burke Central Panthers. And yesterday in the play-in games, the Burke Central Panthers defeated the Wild Rose Alamo Roses 45-19 to advance into this game. The second game yesterday afternoon, the Granora Gophers defeated the Bull Bells Eskimos by a score of 53-45. And then last night, the District 16 tournament officially opened up as the first round game. Powers Lake and Trinity Christian. Powers Lake defeated Trinity Christian by a score of 43-31. So this evening and this afternoon we have continued action here from the District 16. The first game, as we mentioned, the Trenton Tigers take on the Burke Central Panthers. The second game this evening, about 6 o'clock, will feature the Tioga Pirates against the Ray Jays. And the final game this evening will feature the Divide County Maroons, the number 2 team in District 16, taking on the Granora Gophers. So that's the schedule for this afternoon. Also, over in District 15, the tournament action continues over at Stanley. Yesterday, Watford City defeated North Shore Plaza by a score of 71-25. Partial defeated White Shield 66-46. Newtown defeated Stanley 60-58. And Alexander defeated Mandaree by a score of 72-55. So that sets up today's action. This evening at about 6 o'clock, the first game will feature North Shore Plaza against Stanley, and the second game this evening about 7:45 will feature the Mandaree Warriors against White Shield. So that's coming up over in District 15 over at Stanley. We're about 4 or 5 minutes away from the start of this basketball game this afternoon, and so as we continue with the pregame show this afternoon, we'll be back with the starting lineup as they'll be introduced on the floor. But first, let's pause for this 2-minute timeout. The Trenton Tigers versus the Burke Central Panthers, about 2-3 minutes away from the start of this basketball game. The starting lineup's yet to be introduced on the floor. The officials for this first game this afternoon, Dave Winger and Ron Doctor out of Tioga. Should be an interesting matchup this afternoon. And Trenton comes in as the number 1 rated team in District 16. The Burke Central Panthers come in as the number 8 rated team. Yesterday they defeated Wild Rose Alamo, the number 9 rated team, in a play-in game for District 16, and looked pretty good. They defeated Wild Rose Alamo quite easily, and so they advance now to play the number 1 team in District 16, the Trenton Tigers. Should be an interesting matchup this afternoon. A beautiful day for basketball. Haugen mentioned the temperature around 69 degrees. A beautiful day. Who would have thought it for this time of the year that we'd be having this type by playing our national anthem. About to be introduced on the floor. First of all, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Burke Central Panthers, here's how they will go. They'll start the same way they did yesterday. Starting at 1 guard will be number 32. She is a senior, Taryn Unjum. The other guard will be number 11. She is also a senior, Joni Altringer. Up front this afternoon for the Burke Central Panthers will be number 40. She is a senior, Chelsea Breno. The other forward will be number 21. She is a junior, Mary Negard. The other forward for Burke Central. And the center this afternoon for the Burke Central Panthers will be number 30. She is a junior, Dana Sheely. The Burke Central Panthers are coached by Jason Ermer. Now the starting lineup for the Trenton Tigers. Here's how they will go. The number 1 rated team in District 16 coming into this ball game tonight. But as in tournament, anything can happen. Everybody has to come ready to play basketball. 4 teams advance on from District 16 into the Region 8 to play against 4 teams from District 15. So that should be an interesting matchup. But now the starting lineups for the Trenton Tigers. Here's how they will go this afternoon. Starting at 1 guard will be number 30, a junior, Stacy Slater. The other guard will be number 20, a junior, Callie Ryder. The forwards this afternoon will be number 40. She is also a junior, Katie Hoffman. And the other forward will be number 22, a junior, Lacey Turcotte. So 4 juniors this afternoon for the Trenton Tigers. The lone senior, the center, number 50, is Trish Ledoux. The Trenton Tigers are coached by Bob Turcotte. So Bob Turcotte, Jason Ermer, and their respective teams set to do battle this afternoon. We're still about a minute or so away from the start of this basketball game. The official, Ron Duck.
And Kentucky. If you like gaming, the Convention and Visitors Bureau has expanded its gaming hours. Now, Friday through Sunday, the action starts at 2 o'clock. Free bingo Monday through Friday.
16 basketball brought to you by the 660 Sports Club sponsors. We're about set for basketball action as Lacey Turcotte jumps up against Mary Nygaard for Burke Central. Turcotte for Trenton. The ball is up, the tip controlled by the Tigers. In backcourt, this is Slater with it. Slater will set up the offense between the circles. Burke Central opens in a man-to-man defense. Trenton goes right side to Turcotte. Out front again to Ryder. To Ledoux at a high post. Pass underneath intended for Turcotte. Stolen away there by Nygaard. Turnover number 1 on the Tigers. And back comes the Burke Central Panthers. This is Unjum with it. Goes left side to Altringer. To Breno. Breno on the left wing holds the ball. Gets it out front now to Nygaard. Nygaard on a drive. Gets a screen from Shealy at the high post. Now gets her right side to Unjum. Back to Nygaard. Back to Unjum again. Trenton opening in a man-to-man defense. In the middle it goes to Shealy. She has the ball slapped away from her but picked up by Unjum. And Burke Central continues to work the ball around the man-to-man defense for the Trenton Tigers. No score, just underway. 7:08 to go in the first quarter. Altringer with it. Right side now to Breno. Breno looks underneath for Unjum. Can't find her, breaking through. High post goes to Shealy. Shealy bounces outside now to Nygaard. Nygaard goes deep in the left corner to Altringer. Altringer waits for the break. Now goes up top to Unjum. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, and both teams have created a turnover as a steal there by Hoffman for Trenton. And we start back the other way. 6:42 to go first quarter. Back with it, Slater. Right side, it goes to Turcotte. Turcotte goes up top with it again to Ryder. Loses the handle on it momentarily. Almost stolen there by Unjum. Ryder regains her composure, brings it back across the line, and gives to Slater. Slater on a drive, gets a screen from Ledoux. She looks, goes right side to Hoffman. Hoffman looks underneath. Now for Turcotte. Out front to Slater. No score. Kind of a cat and mouse game right now as both teams feeling each other out. This is Turcotte with it. Out front to Ryder. Dumps it down low for Hoffman. Kicks it back outside to Turcotte. The turnover against Trenton. Number 2 on the Tigers. 3 seconds called against Hoffman. So no score. Nobody's even taken a shot yet. And we have 3 turnovers so far with 6:03 to go first quarter. Back with it comes the Burke Central Panthers. This is Breno with it. Gives to Altringer. Altringer gets a screen from Unjum. Unjum now gives the pass back from Altringer. Here is Unjum, a shot no good. First shot of the ball game there for the rebound for Trenton is Hoffman. Hoffman pulls it away. Leaves it in backcourt now for Turcotte. Turcotte will survey the defense. Drives into the lane. Kicks it at a high post to Ledoux. And stolen there by Altringer.
Card or any major credit card. Stop in soon at Farmers Union Oil in Crosby. You can get gas or fuel any time of the day or night with Cardtrol. The Farmers Union Oil Company in Crosby would like to wish good luck to all tournament teams, coaches, and fans. That's Farmers Union Oil Company in Crosby, your Senex station.
5:32 to go first quarter. The foul was on Stacy Slater. Burke Central has it back in front court. This is Altringer with it. Gets to Unjum. Unjum right side to Nygaard. Nygaard drives around Ryder. Here, dumps a pass off underneath for Unjum. That shot no good. There for the rebound is Hoffman again for Trenton. We start back the other way. 2 shots by Burke Central, and they come up empty both times. Still no score. 5 minutes to go. Here's Ryder with the long three-pointer. Her shot outside, no good there. For the rebound, Burke Central pulls it away. Altringer clears in backcourt, gives it up to Unjum. Unjum at the free throw line. Left side it goes Nygaard. Nygaard holds the ball above her head. Waits for the break. Now gives it a high post to Sheely. Sheely back to Unjum. Unjum's going to try a three-pointer from outside. It looks good. It is. Taryn Unjum opens the scoring. A three-pointer for Burke Central. They break out on top, 3-0. 4:37 to go, first quarter. Back come the Tigers. This is Slater with it. Gets a screen from Hoffman on a give and go, screen and roll. Here's Hoffman. A shot off the glass is up and in for 2. Katie Hoffman breaks the scoring drought for Trenton. 3-2. Burke Central with the lead. Here's a steal by Trenton and a double dribble by... So the Panthers will inbound it. They get it into Altringer. Altringer now down the left side. Gets it to Unjum. Unjum gives to Breno. Checking into the Trenton lineup was Tanya Kummer. And the change of possession. A shot by Burke Central, no good there. For the rebound was Trenton. Hoffman pulled it away, and down court, Lacey Turcotte took a three-point shot, but traveled before she got the shot off. So turnover number 4 on the Tigers. So with 3:57 to go in the first quarter, 3-2. The Tigers with the lead. Or check that. Burke Central with the lead. Callie Ryder comes out of the Trenton lineup. In to replace her is number 12. For the Tigers, that would be Cammie Moran. Down court, here's Unjum with the shot, and she's going to travel. Unjum got away from the defense, but in her haste to shoot the ball, traveled with it instead. Turnover number 3 on Burke Central, so we start back the other way. Back come the Tigers. They trail by 1, 3-2. This is Slater with it between the circles. Left side it goes, this time to Moran. Pass stolen by Breno for Burke Central. Turnover number 5 on the Tigers. Down court, fast break. Here's Nygaard with a shot from the left side, is up and good. Mary Nygaard scores for Burke Central. Makes it 5-2, a 3-point Burke Central lead. Back come the Tigers. This is Moran with it. Moran holds it above her head, goes right side with it to Slater. Slater, high post goes to Kummer. Kummer in the middle to Hoffman. Back out to Turcotte. She's going to try a three-pointer. On the back iron, no good. There for the rebound is Kummer for Trenton. Outside to Slater. And Slater's going to be called for a travel. Took the step before she put the ball on the floor. Turnover number 6 on the Tigers. So with 3:02 to go first quarter in backcourt against pressure now by the Tigers, Burke Central will bring it across the line. This is Altringer on the drive to the basket. Stops. And she's going to be called for a turnover. A travel there. As she tried to stop too fast, tried to stop on a dime and took a quarter. Substitution, Slater checks out of the Trenton lineup, being replaced now by Callie Ryder. So with 2:56 to go, first quarter, 5-2, Burke Central with the lead. Back with the ball comes Trenton. The Tigers, Callie Ryder with it, right side on a give and go underneath to Hoffman. Nice pass there from Ryder to Hoffman. Puts it up for 2. She has 4 points for Trenton, all 4 of Trenton's points. And the Tigers now trail by 1, 5-4. Burke Central back with it. This is Breno. Breno, right side, up top with it, Nygaard. Now hands off to Altringer between the circles. She'll come to the right side. Looks at the high post, goes back to the left side to Unjum. Unjum gets a screen from Altringer. Hands back to Altringer. Now to Breno, left side. Tough man-to-man defense being employed here in the first quarter by the Trenton Tigers. Pass underneath for Sheely. She goes up off the glass short. There for the rebound, Breno pulls it away for Burke Central. A shot outside by Unjum is short. Doesn't touch anything, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Trenton in backcourt. Slater and Ledoux back in the Trenton lineup, replacing Hoffman and Turcotte. 1:59 to go, first quarter, 5-4. Burke Central with the 1-point lead. Back come the Tigers. This is Slater with it. She's going to try one from outside. Looks short, it is. There for the rebound, Ryder. Ryder gives to Ledoux. She tries it from the right side. Is up and good. Trish Ledoux, about an 8-foot jump shot from the right side. Makes it 6-5. Trenton with their first lead with 1:40 to go. First quarter. Back comes Burke Central. This is Unjum with it. Breno. And now Lacey Nelson is in the ball game for Burke Central. And the Panthers turn it over again. Turnover number 6 on the Panthers. As a travel again down court by Burke Central gives it back to Trenton. They lead 6-5. with 1:25 to go, first quarter. This is Slater with it. Right side it goes this time to Moran. Left side to Slater. Shot there, no good. On the rebound, Moran has it. And we have a whistle and a hold foul going to be called against Burke Central. That'll go against Taryn Unjum. Her first personal foul, first team foul on Burke Central. So Trenton will inbound it across the way in front court. Slater on the inbounds gets it into Ryder. Ryder, the 5'10 junior, dribbles down to the left side. Gets a screen from Comer. Out front it goes to Slater. Right side to Moran. Bounces underneath for Ledoux. Her turn shot to the right of the basket. No good. There for the rebound. Pulling away is Breno for Burke Central. And we start back the other way. The Panthers with it. They trail by 1. 6-5 Trenton with the lead. Altringer hands it out front to Unjum. Right side it goes to Breno. Back to Unjum. Pretty tough man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Pretty tough defense for Burke Central, as neither team has had to mount any type of offense. And Burke Central called for another turnover. Travel again on Unjum. Substitution. Unjum comes out of the ball game. Marina Klitsky checks in for the Burke Central Panthers. Now out of the ball game come Comer and Moran. Checking back in Turcotte and Hoffman for Trenton. 30 seconds left to go, first quarter. Trenton with a 1-point lead, 6-5. Slater with it against tough man-to-man defense. Dishes it inside to Hoffman. Back to Turcotte. Her three-pointer from their left side. No good. Way short. Pulling away the rebound is Altringer for Burke Central. And we start back the other way. 16 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nygaard on the right baseline, being guarded by Turcotte. Nygaard tries to get around Turcotte. Loses the handle on the ball. Picked up by nobody, but a hold foul going to be called against Trish Ledoux of the Trenton Tigers. That would be her first personal, second team foul on the Tigers. So with 8 seconds left to go in the quarter, Burke Central will inbound it underneath their own basket. 6-5, Trenton with the 1-point lead. And Burke Central, the inbounds pass, gets it to Breno. Her shot looks short, it is. Goes out of bounds, doesn't touch anything. It'll belong to the Trenton Tigers. So both teams, Burke Central and Trenton, trying to get on track here in this first quarter. 6-5, a very low-scoring game for both these teams. But you have to credit some of that to the defense. Here's a shot at the buzzer by Slater. Her shot off the back iron, no good, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. With the score, the Trenton Tigers leading the Burke Central Panthers 6-5. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Folks around the area and beyond.
And other higher-risk drivers. Practice defensive driving, wear your seatbelt, and keep your car in good condition. These safety tips are brought to you by Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company and Brad Johnson Insurance in Crosby. Call 1-800-371-4204.
News Radio satellite weather for this afternoon. Partly sunny and a high of 64. And tonight, mainly cloudy. Lows are going to fall to 30. Williston's at 71. Sydney is at 73. Now back to District 16 girls basketball.
As we start the second quarter, Burke Central has possession of it, but a steal down court by Trenton, and a loose ball on the floor is tied up. Possession arrow will belong to the Trenton Tigers. So just underway here in the second quarter, 6-5. Trenton with the 1-point lead. They have the basketball underneath their own basket. And a very close game so far after one quarter, and that certainly has to favor the Burke Central Panthers. Now there's, on the inbounds pass, a whistle and a foul called against Burke Central. That will go against number 44. That would be Lacey Nelson. She picks up her first personal. Second team foul on the Panthers. The inbounds pass. Here's Turcotte. Bounces on the iron. No good. Hoffman there for the rebound. Loses the handle on it on the floor. And we have a whistle and a hold foul. Will be called against Burke Central. That'll go against Dana Sheely. Picks up her first personal. Third team foul on the Panthers. And so with 7:36 to go, second quarter rather, the Trenton Tigers inbound it. They get Turcotte. In the middle goes Hoffman. She's triple teamed, and she's going to be called for a walk. She tried to back in on Sheely, but was called for the travel or the turnover, and that's turnover number 8 on the Trenton Tigers rather. Check that. Turnover number 7 on the Tigers. In backcourt, the Panthers have it, and one of the Burke Central Panthers are down on the floor. That is Unjum. She's hurting, but she gets up. There's a shot down court by the Panthers. No good. They pull away the rebound. They retain it in front court. This is Klitsky with it. Right side it goes. Pass intended for Unjum. Slapped out of bounds by the Tigers. And it'll belong to Burke Central in front court. 7:08 to go, second quarter. Still 6-5. Trenton with the 1-point lead. Unjum will inbound for Burke Central. Time called by the officials as Mary Nygaard will tie her shoelaces. Now she's ready. Unjum on the inbounds pass, gets it into Sheely. Sheely out front with it. Picks up her dribble. Looks to go right side. This is Nelson with it. She comes out high. There's a steal by Hoffman almost, but recovered by Nelson. Gets it back to Klitsky. Out front with it. Here's Unjum. A three-pointer from the left side is up and good. Karen Unjum, her second three-pointer. And it makes it 8-6, a 2-point Burke Central lead. Back come the Tigers. Slater with it. She's left alone from three-point land. Her shot on the front iron, no good. There for the rebound. Ledoux puts it back up and in. Trish Ledoux with the bucket. In backcourt, we're all tied at 8 apiece. 6:34 to go, second quarter. Burke Central. Altringer in front court, dribbles through traffic. And a double dribble going to be called against Burke Central. And that's turnover number 8 on the Panthers. So a high amount of turnovers for both teams here in this first half. 6:28 to go, second quarter. We're all tied at 8 apiece. The Tigers have it back in front court. Slater being guarded there by Unjum. Slater dribbles right side. Now is double team. Loses the handle on the ball. Picked up in the corner by Unjum. Gets it to Sheely. Cross court to Altringer. Turnover number 8 on the Tigers. And turnovers are even right now at 8 apiece. Here's Unjum with the shot from the right side. No good. Scramble for the rebound. Nelson has it. We have a whistle and a foul on the rebound. Lacey Nelson for Burke Central will pick up the personal foul. That's her second. And that will be the fourth team foul, rather, on Burke Central. So Trenton brings it back. Ryder back in the ballgame now for the Tigers. And also Aaron Ling is in the ballgame. Almost a steal by Unjum. Slater dumps it underneath for Hoffman. Slater on the right side. Now tries to dump it back in for Hoffman. She's triple teamed and now stolen by Altringer. Turnover number 9. A good defense for both teams. Burke Central and Trenton playing very aggressive defense and causing a lot of problems for both offenses. Here's almost a steal again by Trenton. Breno with a shot at the free throw line. Bounces on the front iron. No good. Nelson on the rebound. Her shot no good. Hoffman on the rebound for Trenton. We start back the other way. Hoffman leaves it in front court now for Slater. She holds up one finger. Now here's a pass underneath for Hoffman. Her shot partially blocked there by Sheely. 2 shots coming for Katie Hoffman as Dana Sheely will pick up the personal foul. That will be her second personal foul. Team foul number 5 on Burke Central. So at 5:14 to go in the second quarter. We're all tied at 8 apiece. To the free throw line will be Trish Ledoux for the Trenton Tigers. Ledoux's first shot on the way. Check that. Not Trish Ledoux, Katie Hoffman. Her first shot was no good. On the iron now, Trish Ledoux comes out of the ball game, replaced by Tanya Kummer. Hoffman will get one more shot here. Her shot on the way is up and good. 1 of 2 at the free throw line for Hoffman. And Burke Central will inbound it in backcourt. Trenton with a 1-point lead, 9-8. Sheely up ahead to Nelson. Nelson back to Unjum. Unjum out front with it to Altringer. Being guarded there by Slater. Looks for a screen, goes to the left side. Picks up her dribble. Now hands off to Unjum. Unjum tries to dump underneath for Sheely. Taken away there by Hoffman again. Turnover number 9 on the Burke Central Panthers. So at 4:48 to go in the second quarter. 9-8 Trenton with the 1-point lead. And the Tigers have it in front court. This is Hoffman with it. At the right elbow. Right corner goes to Ryder. Back out to Hoffman. Cross court with it to Ling. Aaron Ling's going to try a three-pointer. Long, high-arching shot. Comes off the back iron. No good. There for the rebound. Burke Central pulls it away. And in backcourt, this is Altringer with it. 4:24 to go second quarter. All tied at 8. Sheely with it. Altringer dumps it underneath for Nelson. But a push foul underneath going to be called against Trenton. That would go against Katie Hoffman. Her first personal foul, third team foul against the Tigers. Substitutions now. Burke Central sends in Mary Nygaard. And off comes Nelson. Slater is out of the ballgame for Trenton. And back in is Turcotte. Inbounds pass from Burke Central. Gets it out to Breno, left side. Her shot on the back iron, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Hoffman pulls it away. Leaves it in backcourt for Turcotte. She hustles it down the court. Gives it right side to Ling along the left baseline. Her shot partially blocked. There for the rebound. Hoffman stuffs it in. Katie Hoffman, right place at the right time, makes it 11-8. A 3-point Trenton lead. Back comes Burke Central. 3:52 to go, second quarter. On a drive, Unjum has the ball slapped away from her. On an attempted pass for Sheely, she picks up the loose ball, gives it out to Altringer. Altringer to Nygaard. Dumps it underneath for Unjum. Unjum spins against Turcotte. Now to Sheely at a high post. Back out front to Altringer. Almost lost it at center court. Altringer on the drive into the lane. Nygaard, right side. Her shot there, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Pulled away by Breno. Here's Unjum, a shot from outside. That's on the back iron, no good. Pulled away by Hoffman. And back comes Trenton again. This is Turcotte with it. And Turcotte's second quarter, 11-8. Trenton with the 3-point lead. Burke Central with the basketball in front court. Unjum gets it into Altringer. Nygaard dumps it underneath for Unjum, but a push foul underneath. Going to be called against Turcotte. Lacey Turcotte picks up her first personal foul. 4th team foul on the Trenton Tigers. And so Burke Central will inbound it. They get it into Breno, now to Altringer. Altringer left corner. Picks up her dribble, looks for someone to pass to. Is double teamed in the left corner. Pass stolen now by the Tigers. There's Kummer with it on a breakaway. Down court. Loses the handle on it, but a whistle and a foul. Foul will be called against Sheely. Dana Sheely picks up her third personal foul, and that could hurt Burke Central. Third personal on Dana Sheely. Inbounding and underneath their own basket will be the Trenton Tigers. 2:53 to go, second quarter. No substitution yet for Burke Central. Here's a shot by Turcotte on the inbounds pass. There for the rebound is Burke Central. Breno pulls it away. Up ahead to Unjum. Unjum down the right side. Dumps it underneath for Sheely. Goes off the glass. Too strong. There for the rebound. Kummer pulls it away for Trenton. We start back the other way. Slater with it down the right side. Goes in the right corner to Ryder. Underneath it goes Hoffman. Her turnaround shot from the right side. Up and good. Katie Hoffman, nice turnaround from the right baseline. Makes it 13-8. A 5-point Trenton lead. The low-scoring game kind of favored the Burke Central Panthers, but now Trenton has kind of turned up the heat a little bit as Taryn Unjum comes down and scores a 2-pointer inside the free throw lane, making it 13-10. 2:08 to go, second quarter. Back with it comes Trenton. The Tigers outside. Slater tries a 3-pointer on the front iron. There for the rebound is Altringer for Burke Central. We start back the other way. Leaves it in backcourt for Breno. Breno across the line gives to Unjum. 1:50 to go, second quarter. Ball slapped away from Unjum. Picks it up. Now gives to Altringer. Altringer is going to try a 3-pointer way outside. Long rebound comes to Nygaard. Nygaard goes right side to Breno. Breno against Hoffman into the lane. Kicks it back out for Altringer. Back to Unjum. Right side with it to Nygaard. So far, Burke Central content to try to hit from outside. They try passes inside, but Trenton definitely the size advantage inside as Trenton knocks the ball out of bounds. Substitution now for Trenton. Cammie Moran comes into the ball game, replacing Lacey Turcotte. Dana Sheely will come out of the Burke Central lineup, being replaced by Lacey Nelson. Inbounds pass for Burke Central. Unjum gets it into Altringer. Breno back to Unjum. Unjum free throw line. Tries another 3-pointer on the back iron. No good. Unjum her own rebound. Goes off the glass again. No good. Therefore, the rebound finally pulled away by Kummer for Trenton. And back with it come the Tigers. They lead 13-10. 1:10 to go. Second quarter. Ryder dumps it underneath for Hoffman. Her turnaround shot off the glass is up and good. Katie Hoffman going to work underneath the basket right now. She has a total of 11 points. She by far the leading scorer in the first half so far. 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Back with it, Burke Central. Nelson with it. Left side to Nygaard. They're trying to work somebody free underneath the basket, but with Hoffman and Kummer in there, and now a travel by Burke Central. With Hoffman and Kummer inside, they have no success in getting any passes inside to Sheely or to Nelson. Now Trish Ledoux checks into the Trenton lineup, replaces Kummer. So back with it come the Tigers on the 1-4 offense. They go right side with it to Ryder. Underneath it goes Hoffman. She's double teamed, kicks it out front. 3 seconds going to be called against Hoffman. She was in there too long, homesteading. And a turnover, number 10 on the Tigers. So with 28 seconds left, Trenton leads it 15-10, but Burke Central has the basketball, but they turn it over again. Turnover number 11 on Burke Central. So an extraordinary amount of turnovers for both teams in this first half. Has a lot of travels and a lot of 3-second violations for both teams. Back with it, Trenton in front court. This is Slater on a drive to the basket. Tries to put up a left-hand shot, no good. But a whistle and a block foul going to be called underneath against Burke Central. That will put Stacy Slater to the free throw line. She'll get 2 shots. The basket was not good. The foul was called on Lacey Nelson for Burke Central, and that would be her 3rd personal foul. So a little bit of foul trouble for the post people for Burke Central, as Sheely has 3, as does Lacey Nelson. First shot on the way by Slater is good. Second one also good. And so 17-10, a 7-point lead for Trenton. Back comes Burke Central. This is Nygaard with it. Nygaard, right side with it to Unjum. She's double-teamed in the right corner. Kicks it back out to Altringer. Altringer loses the handle on it. Turnover number 12 on Burke Central. And with 4.3 seconds left to go in the half, Trenton has it. They lead by 7. Good go for the final shot. Here's Slater. A long shot from midcourt. Off the backboard. No good. And that's how the first half will come to an end with the score. The Trenton Tigers leading the Burke Central Panthers 17-10. We'll be back with a halftime summary in 2 minutes. Welcome to first game this afternoon, where the Trenton Tigers lead the Burke Central Panthers 17-10, and a very low-scoring first half, I'm sure, for both clubs. But you have to credit that to the defense, as both Burke Central and Trenton played very tenacious man-to-man defense in that first half. It'll remain to be seen if both teams can keep up that pace here in the second half. As both teams traded baskets to open the third quarter, and now Trenton has the ball down court. The block foul going to be called underneath against Joni Altringer of the Burke Central Panthers. That would be her first personal foul, first team foul on Burke Central here in the second half. 19-12 our score, as both teams traded buckets to start the third quarter. It was 17-10 at halftime, and now it is 19-12 in favor of the Trenton Tigers. First shot by Stacy Slater. No good. She'll have one more. 6:24 to go, third quarter. It'll be interesting to see if Trenton tries to speed up the tempo of the game here in the second half. That certainly would favor their ball club. Second shot by Slater, no good. The rebound by Burke Central. And down court with it come the Panthers. Burke Central, on the other hand, wants to keep the pace rather slow, keep it to a half-court game, because that way they can have a chance to stay in the ballgame. There's a shot by Sheely down court, no good. Unjum with the rebound, puts up a shot, no good, but a whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming for Taryn Unjum. The foul will be called on Lacey Turcotte. Lacey Turcotte picks up her second personal foul. First team foul on the Trenton Tigers, and to the free throw line will be Taryn Unjum for Burke Central. 6:03 to go, second quarter. 19-12. Trenton with the 7-point lead. Unjum's first shot on the back iron, no good. She'll have one more. Substitution. Kummer checks into the ball game for Trenton, replacing Hoffman. So Taryn Unjum will have one more shot coming here. Her second shot on the way on the front iron, rolls around, drops off. There for the rebound is Trish Ledoux for Trenton, and we start back the other way. This is Turcotte with it out front. Turcotte's going to try a three-pointer on the back iron. Short, no good. There for the rebound. Breno pulls it away for Burke Central. And the Panthers start back with it. This is Altringer with it in backcourt. Down the left side. Both teams need to take care of the basketball a little better. Here's a pass too far for Mary Nygaard. Out of bounds, and that's the turnover on Burke Central. So that gives it back to Trenton. I'm sure both coaches concerned with the high number of turnovers in that first half. So the Tigers have it with 5:30 to go, third quarter. This is Turcotte with it. Out front, goes left side with it to Slater. Slater dumps it left corner to Ryder. Underneath it goes to Hoffman, or Kummer rather. Her shot is good. Tanya Kummer hits the basket, and she'll go to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. Fouled underneath was called on Burke Central. And that'll go against Taryn Unjum, and that would be her second personal foul. And team foul number 2 on the Burke Central Panthers. And to the free throw line is Tanya Kummer. She'll have one shot there. She missed it. And the rebound by Burke Central. We start back the other way. Quickly down court. Here's a steal by Trenton. Turnover number 2 on the Panthers. This is Turcotte with it, left side. Cross-court pass, right side to Slater. Her shot is short. The rebound picked up there by Klitsky. She controls it in backcourt. Goes cross-court with it to Unjum. Still not across the line. Now they get it across the line. Unjum gets it out front to Klitsky. Klitsky to Nygaard. Nygaard waits for the break. Dumps it underneath to Unjum. Her shot too long. The rebound goes out of bounds. Slapped out of bounds by Trenton. It'll belong to Burke Central. So at 4:44 to go, third quarter, 21-12. The 9-point lead for the Trenton Tigers. Burke Central has the basketball. Right side, they go with it to Breno. Underneath, dump pass intended for Sheely. Stolen there by Turcotte. Turcotte on a fly down the left side. Stops, puts up a shot. Left side on the front iron, no good. There for the rebound, Ledoux. Her shot partially blocked, but a whistle and a foul. Underneath going to be called against Burke Central. And that will go on Dana Sheely. And that's her 4th personal foul. And to the free throw line for the Trenton Tigers will be Trish Ledoux. She had 4 points in that first half. She'll have a chance for 2 shots here. First shot on the way. It's up and good. Substitution for Burke Central. Lacey Nelson checks into the Panther lineup, replacing Dana Sheely. So Trish Ledoux will have her second shot coming here. 22-12, a 10-point lead for Trenton. Second shot by Ledoux, no good. There's Turcotte on the rebound. Her shot no good. Nygaard on the rebound. Ball slapped around, finally picked up by Kummer. Kummer puts it up and in. And back with it comes Burke Central, and they're going to be called for a travel. Turnover number 4 on the Panthers here in the third quarter. And the turnover woes continue for the Burke Central Panthers here in the third quarter. 24-12, a 12-point lead for Trenton. This is Slater with it. Slater operates out front, being guarded there by Klitsky. Goes right side with it to Turcotte. Looks underneath for Kummer. Lobs it into her. She turns, puts up a shot, up and in. Tanya Kummer picking up the scoring pace here for Trenton in this third quarter. She has 6 points. And here's a steal by Ryder down court. Her shot up and in. Callie Ryder with the bucket. 28-12, a 16-point Trenton lead, and another turnover by Burke Central. Substitution, Katie Hoffman checks into the Trenton lineup, replacing Trish Ledoux. Aaron Ling set to check in for Trenton. But first, a timeout being called by the Burke Central Panthers with the score. Trenton leading Burke Central 28-12. We'll be back in 1 minute.
I'm in Times Square 1 betting specialist, Sealy Posturepedic. Spring and Furniture helps you to relax easier and sleep much, much better. For the best brands and the best prices, shop Spring and Furniture in downtown Stanley.
Time back in, 3:42 to go, third quarter. Trenton with the inbound pass. Hoffman gets it into Turcotte, a whistle and a foul. Underneath going to be called against Burke Central. That'll go against Mary Nygaard. She'll pick up the personal foul. That would be her first personal foul. Team foul number 5 on the Burke Central Panthers. Here's a pass in again to Hoffman. She goes up off the glass for 2. Katie Hoffman very strong inside on the boards. Give her 15 points on the afternoon. Back with it comes Burke Central, 30-12. Trenton with the 18-point lead. Klitsky with it. Breno goes right side with it to Altringer. A very pesky defense now for the Trenton Tigers. as they are man-to-man, and then they double team inside, and whoever gets the ball. Burke Central works it around the man-to-man defense. Klitsky with it. Breno looks down underneath, gets it out front to Nygaard. Nygaard left side to Klitsky. Waits for the break. High post goes to Nelson, to Nygaard. Being guarded there by Ling. And a steal by Ling, but a hold foul going to be called against Erin Ling. That would be her first personal foul, team foul number 2 on the Trenton Tigers. Substitution, Callie Ryder checks into the Trenton lineup, replacing Stacy Slater. So with 2:49 to go, third quarter, 30-12. Trenton with the lead. Burke Central with the basketball. Klitsky has it, gets it to Altringer. Left side to Nygaard. Nygaard, high post to Breno. She's going to try a free throw from there. On the back iron, no good. There for the rebound is Kummer for Trenton. We start back the other way. Leaves it in backcourt for Turcotte. Turcotte holds up one finger. Goes back left side to Ling. Ling on the drive to the basket. Goes, or partially blocked out of bounds, rather. And it'll belong to Trenton in front court. Coach Bob Turcotte standing up, giving instructions on the inbounds pass. This is Turcotte with it. Lacey Turcotte in the corner to Ryder. She's going to try a three-pointer. High arching shot. No good there for the rebound. Nygaard for Burke Central. And we start back the other way. Here come the Panthers. This is Altringer down the left side. Stops to the left of the free throw line. Gives to Klitsky. Now back to Breno, right side. Waits for the break. Ball slapped out of her hand by Hoffman. Gets it out front to Nygaard. Back to Klitsky. 1:55 to go, third quarter. This is Altringer with it. So far, Burke Central not able to penetrate inside. They've tried to get their points from the outside perimeter. Here's a pass underneath to Klitsky. Ball slapped away from her. She picks up the loose ball. Now throws an errant pass down court. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Trenton. And now Trish Ledoux checks in to the ball game, replacing Tanya Kummer. She gets a good hand from the Trenton fans, as Trenton will inbound it. Also coming in for Burke Central is Unjum. Here's a steal by Klitsky, and then a steal back again by Kummer. Or checked out by Ryder, rather. Ryder gets it back in front court for Trenton. Gives it to Turcotte. 1:26 to go in the third quarter. 30-12. Trenton with the lead. They have the basketball. Pass underneath for Erin Ling. Her shot up and in. Erin Ling gets her first 2 points. 32-12, a 20-point lead for the Trenton Tigers. And as we mentioned at halftime, up-tempo game would favor the Trenton Tigers. Here's a shot outside by Nygaard. No good. There for the rebound, Lacey Nelson. Pulling it away for Trenton on the miss by Nelson was Trish Ledoux. And so we start back the other way. This is Ryder with it out front. 51 seconds left to go, third quarter. Ryder goes to the left side, comes back. Now a lob underneath for Hoffman. Her shot off the glass, up and in. They worked that give and go to perfection. Callie Ryder to Katie Hoffman. 34-12. 36 seconds left to go in the quarter. Klitsky with it in backcourt. Up ahead, it gets to Altringer. She's going to try a three-pointer from the right side on the back iron. No good. There for the rebound, Ling and Nelson. And we have a push foul underneath going to be called against Lacey Nelson for Burke Central. That would be her fourth personal foul, team foul number 5 on Burke Central. So with 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 34-12, Trenton with the lead and the basketball. This is Ryder with it. Drives to the left side. Looks underneath for Hoffman. Out front to Ling. Ling to the free throw line. Puts up a high arching shot. No good. Long rebound comes to Altringer out front. Back with it comes Burke Central. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Altringer on the right side. Tees it up from three-point land. Shot on the back iron. No good. There for the rebound is Hoffman for Trenton. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score. The Trenton Tigers leading the Burke Central Panthers 34-12. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Have you been getting flattered at Taco John's? Well, you should be, because our...
In League 9.
8 minutes left in this basketball game. The Trenton Tigers lead the Burke Central Panthers 34-12. Trenton outscored Burke Central in that third quarter 17-2. So as we mentioned, the up-tempo game favoring the Trenton Tigers, and they started to get their scoring on track. Here's a lob down low for Trenton to start the fourth quarter into Trish Ledoux. Her shot no good, but the rebound there by Slater. for Trenton. She comes away with it now to Cammie Moran, who's in the ball game for Trenton. This is Slater on the right side, dumps it down low for Ledoux. Her shot off the glass is short, no good. On the rebound, Altringer pulled it away, but a whistle and a foul over the back going to be called against Trish Ledoux. That would be her second personal foul. Team foul number 4 on Trenton. So in backcourt, Burke Central has it. 7:33 to go in this ball game. The Panthers with it across the line. Altringer with it. A double dribble called against Altringer. And right now you can kind of see the frustration on Burke Central's, the Panthers' face as every time something happens, it can one more nail in the coffin, so to speak, as they are becoming kind of frustrated right now with the high amount of turnovers. Here's Trenton back with it. Hoffman has it, the right of the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Ledoux. Ledoux dumps underneath for Ryder. Her shot partially blocked. There for the rebound, Cammie Moran gets it left side to Ryder, outside to Slater. She's going to try a three-pointer from the left side. It's good. A two-pointer. Two-pointer for Stacy Slater. Makes it 36-12. Back come the Panthers. They're double-teamed right in front of the scorer's bench. Jump ball. Another turnover for Burke Central. No, possession arrow will leave it with Burke Central. So a jump ball as Altringer comes across the line and then is double-teamed as soon as she crosses the line. So the Panthers have it again in front court. Here's Unjum with the shot, left side. Rims off, no good. There for the rebound, Ledoux for Trenton. She gets it up ahead to Ryder. Leaves it in backcourt for Slater. 6:37 to go in this ball game. 36-12. Trenton with the lead. Here's Slater on the drive into the free throw lane. Kicks it back out to Ryder. Back to Slater. Dumps it underneath for Hoffman. She goes up off the glass, rolls around, drops in. Nice ball movement there by the Trenton Tigers as Katie Hoffman picks up another bucket. 6:19 to go. 38-12. Trenton with the lead. And Burke Central turns it over again. Down court quickly. Come the Trenton Tigers. Here's a shot by Hoffman. No good. Therefore, the rebound is Nygaard. Nygaard gets it up ahead to Unjum. Unjum on the breakaway. Down the lane she goes, up and in. Karen Unjum with the breakaway basket. 38-14. Trenton with the lead. Back come Trenton with the lead and the ball right now. They pass underneath to Ledoux. Out front to Slater. Slater's going to try a three-pointer from outside. Is good. Stacy Slater. The scoring pace is picked up here in the third and fourth quarter, and that favors the Trenton Tigers, and they've taken advantage of it. Burke Central back with the ball. Klitsky with it. Goes right side for Altringer. Free throw line. Her shot from there goes in. Joni Altringer answers the bucket by Trenton. Give her 4 points on the afternoon, 41-16. Back come the Tigers. This is Slater with it. Slater dribbles to the right of the free throw line. Now between the circles. Out front with it. Right side it goes to Ryder. Looks underneath for Cammie Moran, but a push-off underneath will be called against Trenton as she pushed off trying to get position for the basketball. Cammie Moran picks up her first personal foul. Fourth team foul on Trenton. Trish Ledoux, Cammie Moran come off for Trenton. In to replace them, Tanya Kummer and Lacey Turcott. Lacey Nelson checks into the Burke Central lineup. And she replaces Chelsea Breno. Burke Central in backcourt with it. This is Altringer. Altringer across the line. Being guarded there by Callie Ryder. Out front with it to Klitsky. To Unjum. Unjum right side with it to Altringer. Altringer going to try a three-pointer, partially blocked. There for the rebound. Hoffman pulls it away for Trenton, and we start back the other way. 4:50 to go in this ball game. Here's Slater inside the three-point line. Her shot is short. Gets her own rebound. Goes left side with it to Lacey Turcott. She's going to try a three-pointer on the front iron. No good. There for the rebound. Kummer had it, lost it, and a travel going to be called against Klitsky. One of the smaller people on the court came away with the rebound, but she went down hard to the floor and then traveled with the ball. So Trenton on the inbounds pass, gets it into Hoffman. Her shot, no good. Second shot again is good. And Katie Hoffman will go to the free throw line with a chance at a three-point play. And the foul will be called on Burke Central, so Hoffman will go to the free throw line. She has a total of 19 points so far in this ball game. Picking up the foul for Burke Central was Marina Klitsky. The sixth personal foul. Free throw by Hoffman is no good. She gets her own rebound. Out front with it to Slater. Underneath it goes to Kummer. She's up and in for two. Tanya Kummer continues her scoring pace. Back with it comes Burke Central, 45-16. And being hemmed in is Altringer right in front of the Burke Central bench, and they quickly call a timeout. And with the score, Trenton leading Burke Central 45-16. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you have a touch-tone phone, you can get your account balances, find out if a check cleared, or check the status of your savings, checking, or money market accounts. You can get current rates on loans and investments. All of this and more from any touch-tone phone, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is Lygene at American State Bank and Trust Company. We have 21st century technology and convenience. 24-hour express banking. It's your connection to the future.
Member FDIC.
4:16 to go in this ball game. 45-16. Trenton with the lead, the comfortable lead. Burke Central with the inbounds pass. They get it into Altringer. Altringer between the circles. Goes right side with it to Nelson. Nelson holds the ball above her head. Ball slapped out of her hands by Hoffman. Picking up the loose ball was Hoffman. Gets it up to Slater. Up ahead to Kummer. Kummer dumps underneath for Callie Ryder. Her shot off the glass, no good. There for the rebound. Unjum pulls it away for Burke Central. She goes down quickly, and as she came down hard as she completed that play, a whistle and a foul on the play. The foul will go against Slater for Trenton. And to the free throw line will be Taryn Unjum for Burke Central. She got up quickly. She's okay. She went in for the breakaway layup as she got that long rebound and took the length of the floor. And she'll have two shots coming here. First one is on the way, no good. Substitution, Aaron Ling checks into the Trenton lineup, replacing Callie Ryder. So Unjum will have one more shot coming here. 45-16. Trenton with the lead. 3:53 to go in this ball game. And Trenton kind of took control of it in the third quarter. Shot by Unjum, no good. There for the rebound, Altringer. And she pulls it away again. And on the floor now it's tied up. A hold foul going to be called against Trenton. Aaron Ling will pick up the personal foul. And for Aaron Ling, that will be her second personal foul. Team foul number 7 on Trenton, but let's wait and check her out. Altringer with it on the inbounds pass. Apparently it was only team foul number 6. So Burke Central with the inbounds pass. They give it to Unjum. Unjum goes right side. Looking, now gets to Altringer in the right corner. Being guarded there by Turcotte. Altringer picks up her dribble, looks to pass to somebody. Very tenacious defense for the Trenton Tigers. And we have a whistle and a timeout going to be called for Burke Central. 3:20 to go to this ball game. 45-16. The Trenton with the lead over Burke Central. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Anderson Equipment in Ross. Harrow at Anderson Equipment in Ross.
Time back in. 3:20 to go in this ball game. The inbounds pass by Burke Central thrown away. And we'll inbound it in backcourt. The Tigers. Turcotte gets it into Slater. Remember, coming up after this ball game, the Tioga Pirates and the Ray Jays. Kummer down court. Aaron Ling, a long three-pointer from the left corner is good. Aaron Ling gets in the scorebook. As that's her 5th point. And here's a steal down court for Trenton, and they throw it away. And so turnover both ways, and it'll belong to Burke Central again in backcourt. Altringer gets it into Unjum. Now some pressure being applied by the Tigers. Altringer down the left side into the left corner. She stops, puts up a three-pointer from there on the back iron. No good. There for the rebound. Kummer. Ling up ahead to Slater. Slater loses the handle on it, puts up the shot, but up and in. Stacy Slater with the breakaway bucket. And Trenton starting to pick up the pace right now. 2:34 to go in this ball game. Altringer is trapped across the line. The ball kicked out of bounds by Trenton. It'll belong to Burke Central right in front of the scorer's bench. Substitutions for Burke Central. Chelsea Breno back in the ball game along with Mary Nygaard. Also coming in for Burke Central is Katie Waterud. She checks into the Burke Central lineup. Out is Altringer and Sheely and Unjum. So this is Klitsky with it. 2:27 to go in this ball game. 50-16. Trenton has this one well in hand. Here's Waterud. Ball slapped out of her hands. We have a whistle and a foul called against Aaron Ling for Trenton. That would be her 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 7 on the Trenton Tigers. And so to the free throw line for one in the bonus will be Katie Watrud. Watrud just got in the ballgame. Her first shot on the way, no good. Scramble for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touched by Burke Central, so it'll belong to Trenton in backcourt. 2:17 to go in this ballgame. And in the lineup now for the Trenton Tigers, Vanessa Claries, and she turns the ball over on the travel. So turnover number 4 on the Trenton Tigers here in the second half. So a lot of new faces will be getting in the ballgame now for both teams. This is Breno in the right corner with it, being guarded there by Ledoux. 2:07 to go in the ballgame. 50-16, Trenton with the lead. This is Nygaard with it, bounces right side to Nelson. Loses the handle on it, now controls it, gets it out front to Breno. Breno, right side to Klitsky. Klitsky dribbles toward the right corner, looks underneath, dumps it under for Nelson. She goes up off the glass. Her shot is short, but a whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming here for Lacey Nelson. The personal foul being whistled against Tanya Kummer. That's her first personal, team foul number 8 on the Tigers. So with 1:47 to go in this ball game, 50-16, and Trenton with the lead. At the free throw line is Lacey Nelson. Her first shot up and good. That's her first point of this ball game. The winner of this game will go on into the semifinal action. Tanya Kummer coming out of the Trenton lineup, being replaced now by number 24. That would be Nicole Brunell. And the winner of this game goes on into the semifinals on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. The loser will drop into the consolation bracket, and they'll play Thursday afternoon at 2:30. 1:47 to go in this one, 50-17. The second shot by Nelson is on the way. It's up and good. So 2 free throws for Lacey Nelson. Dana Sheely will check back into the Burke Central lineup now, replacing Nelson. And inbounding it in backcourt, this is Cammie Moran for Trenton into Vanessa Claris. Back to Moran. Up ahead it goes to Brunell. Brunell, long pass down court for Ledoux. Cross court with it to Ling. Ling, nice move underneath the basket. Her shot up and in. Erin Ling picks up her 7th point. And with 1:26 to go in the ball game, Burke Central has it in front court. Breno with the ball, dumps it underneath for Watrud. Her shot there, rolls around, drops in. Katie Watrud gets in the scorebook. Give her 2 points. 1:13 to go, 52-20 rather. Here is Trenton down court. A shot by Trish Ledoux, no good there. For the rebound is Dana Sheely for Burke Central. A minute to go in this ball game, 52-20. Trenton with the lead over Burke Central. Breno back with it. Gives to Nygaard in the right corner. She spins around her defender. Puts up a shot from the right side. No good. Therefore, the rebound is Moran for Trenton. And we start back the other way. 44 seconds left to go in the ball game. Here is Claris with it. Claris picks up her dribble, goes right side. This Brunell with it. Right corner. Cross court with it. Out there to Erin Ling. And a whistle and a foul. A hold foul going to be called on Katie Watrud for Burke Central. Watrud picks up her first personal foul, team foul number 6 on Burke Central. And Trish Ledoux comes off and is replaced by Bobby Ganaway for Trenton. Trish Ledoux, the senior, the only senior for the Trenton Tigers, gets a nice hand from the Trenton crowd and is replaced by Bobby Ganaway. Shot there by Erin Ling, no good, but Trenton rebounds it. Here is a pass to Ganaway, gets it to Ling, her shot. As she's falling down, she's going to be called for a travel. Turnover number 5. Substitution, Erin Ling comes out of the Trenton lineup, being replaced there by Tiffany Larson. Substitution, Burke Central into the ball game is Krista Nig. She'll replace Chelsea Breno. So everybody getting into the act here. 26 seconds left to go in this ball game. 52-20, Trenton with the lead. Burke Central with the basketball. Sheely in the right corner. Bounces underneath for Nygaard. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up there by Ganaway. And a loose ball, a travel going to be called against Burke Central, so that'll inbound it in backcourt to the Trenton Tigers. This Brunell with it. In backcourt to Moran. Up ahead to Claris. Gets it to Ganaway. Her shot from the right side, no good. That's going to do it. That's it. It's all over. The final score, the Trenton Tigers defeat the Burke Central Panthers 52-20. The Trenton Tigers move on into the semifinal round on Thursday night, and the Trenton Tigers will move into the consolation round on Thursday afternoon. The final score, the Trenton Tigers defeat the Burke Central Panthers 52-20. We'll be back with a game summary in 2 minutes.
Computer expert shop? The same place as the not-so-expert shop. Egghead.com. Why? Selection. Over 40,000 items, including hardware, software, and peripherals. Convenience. Click, click, zip, zip, and done. With over 90% of approved orders shipped within 24 hours. And price. Consumers rated Egghead.com #1 for price and ease of ordering according to BizRate. When it's time to buy a computer, it's time to log on to Egghead.com.
Now that I'm on the insulin pump, I need the best information to make decisions about my daily diabetes management with advanced technology. I only use the Precision QID blood glucose monitoring system.
Precision QID test strips have an added sensor, so results are on...
First game this afternoon, the Trenton Tigers defeat the Burke Central Panthers 52-20, and a good effort this afternoon for the Trenton Tigers. That first half was pretty even ball game. In fact, the first quarter, the score, Trenton led only by 1, 6-5. Then after 2 quarters, at halftime, it was 17-10. But then in that third quarter, the Trenton Tigers outscored the Burke Central Panthers 17-2, and they led at the end of 3 quarters 34-12. The final score being 52-20, Trenton over Burke Central. Checking out the scoring for you, first of all, for the Burke Central Panthers, the leading scorer, Taryn Unjum, again with 10 points, the only double-figure scoring for Burke Central. Then 4 points as far as starters for Joni Altringer, 2 points for Mary Nygaard. None of the others, Chelsea Breno or Dana Sheely, did not score. Off the bench for Burke Central, Katie Watrud with 2 points, and 2 points on a couple of free throws for Lacey Nelson for their total for the game of 20 points. For the Trenton Tigers, they were led in scoring by one person. Katie Hoffman had a total of 19 points, 11 in that first half and 8 in that second half. Good effort this afternoon for Katie Hoffman, the only double-figure scoring for Trenton. She had a total of 19 points, then 9 points for Stacy Slater, 2 in the first half and 7 in the second half. As far as the rest of the starters, 5 points for Trish Ledoux, 2 points for Lacey Turcotte, and that was well below her average. 2 points for Callie Ryder. And then off the bench, 8 points for Tanya Kummer. A good effort this afternoon for Tanya Kummer off the Trenton bench, as she scored 8 points in a reserve role, all in the second half. Also in the second half, Erin Ling came in off the bench and added a spark to the Trenton offense. She scored 7 points, all in the second half. So good effort off the bench for Tanya Kummer, and Erin Ling, as they score 8 and 7 points. And that's the total for Trenton this afternoon of 52. 52-20, the final score. The next game coming up will feature the Tioga Pirates versus the Ray Jays. Checking